I'm back. My third live on TikTok. I'm due to start a live event in about just under 10 minutes. So I thought I'd get everything set up and ready, get myself comfortable, grab myself a drink before I start. Gives people a chance to join as well. So let me just grab my drink and I will be right back. Sorry about that, I'm back. Hi Johan, thank you for joining. Be starting shortly, just getting comfortable. What part of the world are you in, guys? Ow. Hi everyone, thank you for joining. So, hey beautiful souls, welcome in. Today we're diving into the truth behind tea tree oil. I mentioned briefly yesterday, because yesterday we covered lavender and I said that today I would try and do tea tree. So I've done a little bit of plan, got it all together for you. And we're just going to do a small session with regards to tea tree. You've probably used it for breakouts, cleaning or colds. But how much of that is fact and how much of it is fiction? So that's what we're going deep into, the science and the stories, from skincare to sick days to surface sprays. So let's bust the myths and reclaim the real magic of this oil. Drop a leaf in the chat if you've ever used tea tree oil. Let me just... You can copy this one if you want, if you can't find it. Copy that one. Oh, I didn't mean to put that in there yet. So let's start with acne. So tea tree is one of the few oils that's considered safe to use neat. But even then, it can cause dryness and irritation for sensitive skin. So even with the oils that are considered safe to use topically without dilution, you still need to be careful and you should always do a patch test first. I mentioned yesterday about oils that you could use without a carrier oil. Tea tree is generally considered to be one of those, but everybody's different. So there's going to be the odd one or two people that will have a reaction if they put it on their skin needs. Do a patch test. If you're unsure, dilute it before you use it to make sure you don't get any reaction on your skin, because natural doesn't always mean risk-free. So yeah, always patch test, and if you're not sure, if you're any doubt, dilute it. So you can use it for lots of different things. I've actually got a spreadsheet set up for myself, and I'm just going to run through quickly. So I mentioned also in my previous video that essential oils have what's classed as notes. It's basically like the notes of a music scale, and that's regards to how long the aroma stays with you. So you've got three notes. You've got your top note, your middle note, and your bottom note. So your top note, that's the finest, and sorry, it's the tiniest and most versatile of the molecules that are within the oil, and it's the fastest to evaporate. So that is classed as your top note. So that's the first scent you get when you've done a blend, or when you've got anything with essential oils in it. The first scent that you pick up is your top note. Your middle notes are the in-between, and they're in-between sized molecules, and they are the next to evaporate. So you get your top note, which you'll think, oh, I recognise that scent, and then a little while later you'll pick up another scent. That's your middle note that lasts a little bit longer. And then you've got your base notes. These are the largest and the heaviest molecules out of the oils, and these are the ones that linger the longest. So if you've made your own blend of essential oils using different blends, it's ideal to make a top, a middle and a bottom note in your blend to get the full effect. The one that lasts the longest out of the ones that you've put in will be your base note, because that's the one with the largest molecules, and that's the ones that last the longest. So that in mind, tea tree is actually a middle note, so it's got in between size molecules, so it's in between the top and the base note. The profile of it is fresh, medicinal, camphorous and slightly earthy, and it can be used for things like glandular fever, and it's a strong antiseptic. It's got very strong antiseptic properties in it. So if you haven't got any antiseptic and you need it for some like a cut or something like that, you can use tea tree. It also helps with indigestion and enteritis, insect bites, dandruff, sunburn, burns, sores, warts, herpes, athlete's foot, things like that. For colds, sore throat, catarrh, flu and cold sores. And it blends well with lavender, eucalyptus, lemon, frankincense and rosemary. Okay. It is generally safe, as I said, to use neat in topical use, but always do a patch test, and if you're unsure you should dilute it. It's an oil that's not produced anywhere except Australia, and it's steam distilled locally from tea tree leaves and small branches. And the name tea is not to be confused with the tea that we drink. So you should not drink tea tree oil. So next up, immunity. It is an antimicrobial on surfaces. So as I've said, you shouldn't swallow it. So it's antimicrobial inside your body, not inside your body, sorry, outside your body. So on your skin, it's an antimicrobial, but you should not ingest it. Inhaling it can help with congestion. So you can put it in a diffuser. You can put it in if you've got the little nasal inhalers. You can put it on clothing, anything like that, but you should not swallow it. It's dangerous. So you need to respect the boundaries of the plant medicine. So you can steam it, but don't sip it. The cleaning claims. Hi Ava, hi Charlie, hi Lauren. Yes, it's an antifungal and it's an antibacterial, but it does not substitute proven disinfectants. So with all essential oils, you can add them to things to enhance them. As I said yesterday, they do not replace. So if you want to enhance the fragrance of something, you can add an essential oil to it. Like with the tea tree, if you want to use it in cleaning, it's to enhance your cleaning product, especially when it's paired with vinegar or alcohol-based solutions. So think of it as a sacred enhancer, not a solo hero. So you can make a spray for your countertop, which has got vinegar and alcohol-based solution in it, and then add your tea tree to it, and it has got the antifungal and antibacterial properties, so it will help. But you shouldn't replace your existing antibacterial cleaners. Just wanted to point that out. How many of you have used tea tree for anything? Let me know what you've used it for, what benefits you found What do you think of the fragrance? Hi Archie. Hi Eliza. Good to see you. Hi Connor. Hi Lil. I've actually used some today because yesterday while I was on, not yesterday, day before when I was on my live, I noticed that I'd got a rather nasty insect bite on my leg, and I tried lavender and I've tried tea tree, and it does help because it's got the antibacterial properties in it. It can help with bites and things like that, and it can help to soothe them. It's not going to cure them, it will soothe. Where's my bottle of tea tree? I don't know whether I've got it out here. Hold on. Yeah, so this one actually says on it Australian tea tree oil, because as I said, it's only sourced in Australia from the tea tree plant. And it's not just the leaves, it's the bark and branches too that you can get it from. It's steam distilled, which means it's put in a container above boiling water, and then the steam comes up through it, and that's how it extracts the oil from it. And then the oil is collected into a container and then decanted into the bottles for resale. Now this must be my 4th or 5th bottle of tea tree since I've started my aromatherapy. It's probably one of the ones I use the most, along with lavender, jasmine, sandalwood. What's the other ones I use? I'm just trying to think. Rosemary I use a lot of. I can't think of any others now, but I do use a lot of essential oils, and I use it in everything. I've got my skincare, I use it in my hair, I've got the diffuser, I've got my backflow incense burners with little incense cones that have got the fragrances, all of the essential oils in them. The only one I don't think I've actually found a incense that's tea tree fragrance, funnily enough. Is that the kettle?
What?
Is that the kettle?
No, it's the oven. Yes.
Everybody can hear you, you sarcastic mood.
Dad wants a coffee.
Do you want to come say hello to everybody?
Actually. No, Dad wants to do the Forrest Gump thing.
Pardon the noise. My daughter's making a coffee for her father. So if you can hear the kettle, please excuse me. The what thing? The Forrest Gump thing?
Wait. There you go.
That's my daughter. Dad. There you go. She's done it. She wanted to say hello.
No, Dad wanted me to say hello.
Please. Come here. Come here.
We've got company this evening. Okay, so how many of you have used tea tree? What did you use it for?
Giving people drugs.
No, I'm talking about tea tree.
Drugs.
It's not a drug. It's a.
Hang on.
Oh, it's a essential oil. Hey, put a cat.
I'm not gonna slam that.
No, please don't. I've completely lost my flow now. She's distracted me.
Dad
I forgot.
wanted a coffee.
Okay. Okay, so we're going to do a quick recap, seeing as I've lost my flow with my little distraction that's making her dad a coffee. So tea tree, what is it? It's a oil. I'm not going to try and say the Latin name because I'll probably pronounce it completely wrong. It's a potent essential oil, steam distilled from the leaves of the Australian tea tree. It's got Aboriginal communities have used it for centuries to treat wounds, infections and respiratory issues. Its proven benefits are antibacterial and antifungal. It helps reduce redness and swelling and irritation in skin conditions like eczema and contact dermatitis. Now, I know a few people that have got contact dermatitis. I've had it recently as well, and I used tea tree on it, and it did help. It helped get rid of it. I've still got a little bit on this hand in here that's a little bit dry, but the patches that I had come up on my palms have gone, and that's from using tea tree. You can use it as a dandruff relief. A 5% tea tree shampoo showed significant improvement in scalp itchiness and flaking. So you've got your standard shampoo. You can put a couple of drops of tea tree into it. So when you put your shampoo into your hand, put some drops of tea tree into it, mix it up, and then use it as normal. And that will help with dandruff. Wound healing. It can be used to support the healing and reducing inflammation and preventing infection. I mentioned in one of my other videos that I had a nasty infection on my finger a year or so ago, and I made up a paste using tea tree, lavender and turmeric, and then I pasted it onto the wound and covered it, and the infection that had been going right up into my hand disappeared, and I didn't have any antibiotics or anything like that. I trusted in my essential oils and my aromatherapy. So your safety risks, topical use, it's generally safe when used correctly. It can cause dryness, stinging or allergic reactions in sensitive skin. Neat application, often tolerated for spot treatments, but dilution is recommended for sensitive or broken skin. So where we've talked about it being okay to use topically on his skin, so if you've got a spot, for instance, you want to put some tea tree on it, you can dab it on. If you wanted to use it over a large area, it would not be recommended to do so neat, and it's probably a good idea to dilute it in a carrier oil like jojoba or coconut oil or grapeseed oil or sweet almond oil or whatever other base oil you prefer. If you don't actually have a carrier oil to hand, believe it or not, you can use olive oil. Olive oil is very, very good, and it's good for your skin. So you can put the tea tree and a small amount of olive oil and then massage that into your skin. You might smell a bit like focaccia bread, but hey, focaccia bread smells lovely. So oral use, you should never ingest tea tree oil. It's toxic when you swallow it, and it can cause confusion, unsteadiness, and it can even cause coma. So never, ever, ever put it in anything and ingest it into your body. Old or improperly stored oil may increase the risk of irritation. And just to recap what you can use it for: acne spot treatment, natural deodorant, household cleaning blends with vinegar and alcohol, insect repellent, aromatherapy for clearing energy and congestion, antiseptic for minor cuts when diluted. On the subject of the natural deodorant, I can vouch for it. I made myself one using, it had bicarb, corn flour, coconut oil, and then there was, I think it was tea tree and rosemary, and made it into this paste. And I've got the little like roll up, the roll up sticks you get deodorant in. I've got some empty ones that I got from Amazon. So I made myself my own deodorant using those ingredients. And I have to say, hand on heart, it's the driest I've been all day from using that recipe. I will put the recipe up on one of my posts, so if anybody wants to have a go at making it, they can. And you can use whatever essential oils you want in it for fragrance, but tea tree is a good one because of its properties, and it will help get rid of the smell that's caused by bacteria, which is why you get that body odour smell. Tea tree helps to reduce that. But honestly, when I used it, my youngest daughter used it as well, and she said the same. She's never known a antiperspirant to leave her as dry as long as this one did, and it lasted all day. Now I need to make myself some more because I've run out, but I will pop the recipe for that either in comments when I do the review on this, or I'll pop them on my social media, so if you want to have a go at making it, you can. But it was amazing. I was very, very surprised. Initially I was dubious about making my own products, but unless you try, you never know whether they're going to work. And for that particular one, it did work. And my skin oil as well. I swear by that. I would never use, back onto the subject of tea tree, I wouldn't use it in my face products because it's covering a larger area, and obviously you don't want to get any reactions on your face because it's going to be immediately obvious to anybody that looks at you. So when you're making products for skincare, don't use oils that could cause a reaction on sensitive skin. Try and stick to oils that wouldn't do that. The spreadsheet that I've made breaks down all of the essential oils by their properties and their notes, and also what you can use them for, and it's also got the contraindications at the end, so what you need to look out for. I will make that available at some point as well for download. It will be non-editable, so it'll be, once I've finished compiling it, it will be available. I will need to charge a small fee for that because it's taken a long time to put together, and it's not really something that I can afford to give away for free. But if you do have any questions about tea tree or about any of the other essential oils, please do ask. I'm not going to bite. I will respond. And none of you are saying hello to me unless I'm not seeing the messages. Is anybody going to say hi? Am I boring you all? I hope not. Hi, does that say Bobby or Poppy? I think it says Poppy. If it says Bobby, I've got a Bobby over here as well, my pussycat. Anybody like to see my pussycat? Let me see if I can get her. Hold on. Hey, Bobby. Here she is. I have a little bit of kitty love on TikTok. This is Bobby. And she's a teeny tiny. She's over a year old, but she's very, very tiny. She's had one litter of kittens already, and we're hoping she doesn't have any more. Isn't she cute? See, hi, Bobby. She's a beautiful girl. Go on now. Over to you. I'm going to do a Q&A now, so if you have any questions, fire away. I'm all ears. I will do my best to answer them. When I did my diploma, I kept all the information relating to the carrier oils and the essential oils in a little folder for me to refer to, and that's what I'm transposing onto the document for you, onto the spreadsheet. It's mainly for my use, but as I've said, I will try and make it available for a small fee. So back onto carrier oils, you've got almond oil, apricot kernel oil, grapeseed oil, macadamia oil, peach kernel oil, rosehip seed oil, sunflower oil, sesame oil, sunflower oil, avocado, and as I said, you can use olive oil if you don't have a carrier oil. And oils are made up from hi molly, seeds, roots, resin, peel, fruit, wood, petals and flowers, buds, bark, leaves, and berries. So every single part of the plant can be used to make the essential oil, and there's different ways of making them. You've got your steam distillation like for tea tree. There's also cold pressing as well. Find my tea tree. With regards to contraindications, I don't think tea tree has any, but let me just double check to be sure. No, it doesn't. It's great for if anybody's had glandular fever, it's great for that because of its medicinal purposes. Got a question for you all. See if I can get you to give me some answers. Honestly, how old do you think I am? Have a guess, and I will reveal the truth before the end of this live session. Please, have a guess. I don't care. You can guess right, you can guess wrong. It doesn't matter. Have a guess. How old do you think I am? And I will reveal the truth at the end of the video. Putting myself on the line here. I do have grey hairs. I do have age spots, if that's a clue. For those of you who don't know me, how old do you think I am? Have a guess, please. Okay, I'm not sure how to get you all to talk to me, so perhaps you can give me some tips because I'm still new to this. It's only my third live, and so far I'm not getting a lot of feedback. So if I'm doing something wrong, you need to tell me so I can get this right. We've had a talk about tea tree. We've talked about its benefits. We've talked about how it's made. We've talked about what you can use it for. And we've talked about the fact that you can use it topically on your skin in small doses. You shouldn't use it in large areas over a large area of your skin. However, you can use it, use it on things like spots and blemishes and things like that. On small cuts, because of its antiseptic properties, you can put it on those as well. You should always dilute it if you're in any doubt and if you've got sensitive skin, just to be on the safe side. But it is generally okay to use directly onto your skin without dilution. It is powerful, but it's not magic. Okay, before I close the session off today, I am just going to do a quick affirmation with you all. I've got my tea tree, so just close your eyes. I honour the wisdom of nature and the boundaries of my body. Thank you. Thank you all for joining me today. I hope I didn't bore you too much, and I hope some of the information that I provided was useful. I will be back at some point with another Mythbuster on another essential oil. If there's anything in particular you'd like to learn or know about, then please do drop me a private message and I will respond. Thank you all for joining me today, and I hope you have a blissful evening and take care of yourselves. Thank you.